Stream went down. Stream went down. Stream went down. I'm back up. We back in this thing. Stream went down. I don't know why. See, the Bucs don't want me to do this. Stream went down. The Bucs don't want me to do this. They're trying to cancel me because I'm telling the truth. Hey, if you just now catching the second stream part 2, make sure you watch part 1. Because we're going to get right back on the roll. Home court still in session. Some of y'all catching this one. But we already been talking for the past 30 minutes. They trying to come at me. I knew they would. I knew they would because I'm talking the truth. They're trying to shut me down. It ain't gonna work. One buck place is not gonna work. We back. It's not gonna work. We're gonna get right back into it in a second. Shout out to UK Nat. I see you. Cover 2, what up? Yeah, kid, we back, man. They tried to shut me down. What? They come at you, man. When you start speaking the truth, they come at you. You see what it say? Facts over bullshit. They ain't like it. It's all good. Still on your neck because court is still in session. Court is still in session. If you missed part 1, make sure you go over on the channel and check out part 1, and then you're going to see what we was talking about. Now we back. As people come in this one, they'll catch up. Like I was saying, there's only 2 players that deserve any flowers on the defense. Honorable mention, Devontae Davis. But Devin White. Devin White and Buenos Noches Rochos. Everybody else suck. Bottom line, you suck. You are stealing game checks. I wanted to praise the scouting department for being able to field a team on defense, a DB room. But y'all just got guys. Y'all just got guys, man. I've been watching these guys all season. And I'm trying to think, what do they do well? What did y'all see in Desir and these guys? What is it that you saw? Jason Light. These guys are mediocre at best. You mean to tell me that when you looked at these cornerbacks that were available, these were the guys? These guys were the answer? That's what you're telling me? These guys were the answer? No way. No way. Couldn't have been. You couldn't have saw nothing to these guys. These guys are trash. I get it. It's the middle of the season. But you cannot tell me that there's no corners. You should have been in the cornerback market. Should have been in the cornerback market. You went and got Tryon and this one and that for the D-line, and they didn't touch Taylor Heineke but once. Didn't breathe on him. Meanwhile, he out there looking like Montana. He out there looking like a young John Elway. He looked like John Elway. I want him. Make him a buck. He had no fear. He was poised in the pocket, shrugging his shoulders, looking around, mean mugging. You got that much disrespect for I? He should have been out there running for his life, like Justin Fields was. He should have been running for his life. Not running because he's like, I'll give you a couple yards, get the first down. They went in there with one of the worst defenses in the league. Everybody whooping up on them. We come in there and struggle handily. You're guilty. Todd Bowles, I get it. Bad field position. Stayed on the field. Some of that's your own doing. You let Riverboat, Ron, and all those guys do what they felt like doing. And see, that's the problem that the Buccaneer fans keep seeing. That's the problem. Is we know how good this team can be. We just don't understand why it's not being put together right. Execution on offense is terrible. These guys, it's like when we stop them on third down, it's like, whoo, we gotta stop. I mean, these guys, and it's mistakes that they be making, miscues and stuff like that. I'm waiting on the day for our defense to become dominating routinely, consistently dominating. But we can't do that because these corners trash. These corners are just some guys, man. Prove me wrong. Y'all are just some guys, man. If you take out one of them corners and put in another one mid-game, let's just say the TV turned off, they went to commercial, came back from commercial, and they had another number 30 out there. Would you be able to tell the difference? Would you be able to go out there and go, is that the same guy? If they put a number 45 jersey on a different guy and put him in there, you'll be able to tell the difference. You'll say, wait a minute, that ain't no Devin White. Who is that? These other guys we got in our secondary, they can swap jerseys at the commercial break. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I don't know who those guys are. I can't tell. I don't know. Because those guys don't do nothing well, man. Get them guys the hell out of here, man. Bring in some more talent. You got to do something. I thought Richard Sherman was going to go. And then he pulled up and tore his calf muscle up in warm-ups. Tore his calf muscle in warm-ups. We got to start talking about the strength and conditioning coach. Huh? We got to start talking about that. That's a whole problem. How does our entire secondary just go down? We can't buy a cornerback. We can't buy one. Trade deadline already passed. It's too late. Todd Bowles, I don't know what you're going to do. But Your chances of being a head coach are just dwindling. That's some adversity that you got to overcome on that defense. I get it. But as a defensive coordinator, you got to find a way to scheme out our weaknesses and cover them up. And with those 11 guys, you haven't found a way to consistently do that. The good coaches can with just some guys. You send some guys up there to New England, they'll figure it out. You send some guys to Pittsburgh, they'll figure it out. You put some guys on the Bucs, just some guys, and they're going to be just some guys. It's not going to work. The linebackers can't play every position. You got JPP out there in coverage. JPP out in coverage. I know we play a 3-4. So I know sometimes you can drop your linebackers down and put them in, put their hand in there. I get it. But JPP has a torn rotator cuff and a dislocated finger. You got him out there in coverage. He is getting outran easily. Easily. We dropped 3 picks. 3 of them. 2 of them could have been taken to the house had we caught them. That's the difference when you got just some guys. You put them in the right position, Ty Bowles. You put them in the right position. But guess what? When you got just some guys, nothing they can do. We can't buy interception. We can scheme one, we just can't catch it. It's sad. Secondary, you let us down. We needed you, and you let us down. Safeties, y'all doing what you got to do. I see you in the play, Winfield Jr., but you getting beat too. You getting beat too. And you healthy. Mike Edwards, you was doing your thing out there, but you dropped one too. I like the safety blitzes. I like it. But when the blitzes don't get home, you got to play coverage. Contain and coverage. But that's the Achilles heel, because if we contain and we play coverage, they're going to get beat. If they're going to get beat, you might as well blitz them. But if you blitz him, Taylor Heineke's ass become a magician and find his way up out that hole, and now he got nothing but green daylight. Green grass and daylight. So the whole defense as a team, you're guilty. Special team. We missing extra points now. Do you realize if you make that extra point, that their whole offense, their whole game plan changes? Because they knew we had to score a touchdown. They knew that. And they game planned for that. They just bled the clock. They would have played a lot different if they knew they were only down by 3. But knowing that they were down by 4 and we didn't need just a field goal, they had to play a little bit different. Good for them that they survived on the other end of that. But had they had to play to try to get a touchdown instead of just bleeding the clock and putting themselves in a position where it's a chance that they could lose the game if they only get a field goal, and they may need to save some of that time so they can respond, they would have played a little bit different. But they knew down by 4, we had to drive the length of the field. They didn't have to worry about it. They could just bleed all the clock out because they know whenever we got the ball back, we couldn't just get in field goal range. We had to go the whole way. Your missed field goal, sir, changed their whole game plan. It was detrimental. Terrible game. Terrible game, terrible coaching, terrible secondary play. No execution on offense. The penalties was there, but they wasn't that bad, but they were there. Especially that pass interference. Put them on the 1 yard line. Penalties, I wasn't too upset with the penalties today. Still too many, but I wasn't too upset with them today. Except for the first one. Pre-snap penalties Ridiculous. And then that offsides y'all got, I think right before the half, I think it was, I can't remember. Everybody in the stadium, plus everybody watching at home, knew they was going to try to draw y'all offsides. Everybody knew that. Their receivers wasn't even looking like they was about to run. Their receivers stood there looking at the ball and just stood just like this. They literally sat there resting because they knew they wasn't going to move. And somehow we jump off sides and give them first down right before half. Crazy. That's undisciplined. Like Bruce Arians said, we are a dumb football team. Bruce Arians said that. Your head coach. He said we're a dumb football team. Dumb. Now they all hype. Taylor Heineke looking like the grand champ. He walking around with his chest poked out. Y'all did that to him. These damn no-name wide receivers, except for the one, they got one good one. But they got Chicken McNugget, Homer Simpson out there running wide receiver. They feel like they're the grand champ. Because of y'all. Look what y'all did. All week, they're going to be talking about y'all. Just like last week, or week before last. They're going to be talking about y'all. And how y'all let this team upset you. You let the Washington football. And then Cam Newton come back to Carolina. You're going to mess around and let Carolina jump over you. You're going to mess around. You know how Cam Newton is with the Bucs. Against the Bucs. You're going to mess around. You're going to mess around and find out. Saints beat us. We beat the Falcons like everybody else do. We got to see them Panthers. And if y'all play like y'all played today, or anything like it, now that they got Cam Newton back, with a chip on his shoulder, bigger than the one he came in the league with, you're going to mess around and find out. It's a dark time in Tampa Bay. It's a dark time in Tampa Bay. Because now it looks like we don't know what the hell we doing, and we don't got no answers for it. We look like we don't know what we're doing, and we don't got no answers. Y'all let Chicken McNugget, John Doe, and Ron Smith beat y'all today. Y'all let a running back carry our defensive line and our linebackers 10 whole yards per rush. On the goal line, to stop their goal line stairs, our cornerback had to come and wrap him around his waist and pull him backwards. He had 3 defensive linemen on him and a linebacker on the top of the pile, and he still moved it. And our cornerback had to come behind him, grab his waist, and pull him backwards to get him to go down. That's a damn shame. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed. That's ridiculous. You're all guilty. As a team, a record label, and a crew. Guilty. Last thing I say before I turn it over to the hooligans. Mike Evans, we paid you a lot of money for you to dominate. And you have yet to do that. You have yet to dominate. You want to go down as the greatest wide receiver in the history of the Buccaneers. You want your name in the ring of honor. You want to be something, a legacy. You're going to have to start taking over games. And if that means you got to start punching people in the face and getting a little scrappy, just don't do it on third down. That's all I got to say on that. Ty Bowles, you got some guys. That's all you got. You got some guys. You need to figure that out. Hopefully, we get Carlton Davis back soon. I heard he was close. S&B almost went this week, but he wasn't ready. He's using his arm a little bit or something, he said. So I hope he can get in there. Jamel Dean, you are a 3rd/4th string corner, and that's where you belong. You need to be on the 3rd string wide receiver, and at some point, we got to bring in, either get Scotty Miller back, or we got to bring in some fast receiver. I thought the Cecil kid was who y'all was going to try to use to put some speed in that wide receiver core. I don't care if you don't throw him the ball. Put him on the field, please. You're not throwing it to 18 anyway. You're not throwing it to 18 anyway. Sit him down and please put Cecil, whatever his name is, in there, and tell him to run to the safety. And the one time the safety say, oh, he just running, then we'll hit you. Just run to the safety. Run back there and make them think that it's a possibility that you can catch the ball. Please. Whatever his name is. I don't even know the kid's name. Sicily, I don't know his name. Cecil, whatever his name is. Make him think. Because everybody's slow. Everybody's slow. The Rams that went out there and copied our whole formula. And they about to run with it. They're about to do it better than we do it if they can get to the chip. Time to man up and do something about the defense. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. Anyway, let's go to the hooligans. All right, let's see where we at. All right. Oh, I see some of y'all wasn't in when we started the stream on the previous stream. The previous stream I was just on, if this is your first time, if this live is the first one you got caught up in, it got shut down. I don't know why. It just got shut down. So I restarted it. Make sure you check that one out. Bucs 78, what up, man? What up? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Said it's his first time being here. Well, welcome. King said he was at the game. King was at the game. Shout out to you. Let me tell you something, man. I wouldn't have been able to watch that live. I'd have walked out. That's crazy. We having a debatable fight with Washington football teams. It's terrible. Kane said shut down DBs is what we need. That's exactly what we need. At least one. If we had one side of the field or one receiver that we don't have to worry about. See, that's what Carlton Davis gave us. Carlton Davis he's slightly above average guy. He's not some world beater, not him by himself. He's very scheme oriented too. But one thing Carlton Davis can do is he can make your number one wide receiver he cannot allow, or he will not allow that receiver to take over the game. That's what Carlton Davis can do. He can't shut him down, but what he can do is not allow him to take over the game. You're not just gonna have both the back-to-back passes to his side and to that receiver. He'll catch one or two on you, but he ain't gonna let you just keep going back to the well and getting a drink of water. That's why I like Carlton Davis. And he got real long arms, so you got to be real careful with that. SMB get his head in there, and SMB got some scrap in him, and he got some speed on him. So the thing about SMB is he's really good at running, is at shadowing that wide receiver and staying with him. So he make you think twice about throwing in that direction. Not that he can shut somebody down either, but he can stick with the receiver. Again, he ain't shutting him down. He can stick with him though. You're gonna have to outmuscle him, fight him a little bit, and then you can catch the ball on him. Oh, he can definitely get caught on him. But he ain't gonna just let the receiver just run wild by himself. He gonna stick with him. Carlton Davis, you can get loose from him a little bit, but he ain't gonna let you keep going back to the well. And them together, and Jamel Dean was on your third receiver, and they was skill wise about the same. So it made for a pretty good matchup given the type of pass rush we had. You take Carlton Davis out, and now they got receivers that can get on a hot streak because Carlton Davis is not there to break up that hot streak. S&B's not there, so it's easy to double move or do a little shimmy and shake these guys out their boots and get open on that corner, get open on the sideline, get open in the middle of the field. It's easy to do that because we ain't got a guy that can stick with him. That's a detriment, man. We need at least one corner. And I thought Richard Sherman was going to come, but he got hurt. But I thought Richard Sherman would come and garner some type of respect. Some type of respect. Because he's Richard Sherman. Not because, he's past his prime. But I thought he would garner some type of respect. He just ain't been. He only played 2 games. And now with his calf injury, he might be just done. King said, Brady checking down to Lenny all day. All day. It's embarrassing. He checking down to Lenny like, we up. And we got all the time in the world, and we trying to bleed the clock. He ain't even trying to look downfield. Were they that good on the back end? He wasn't even trying to look downfield. Hut, 5-step drop. There you go, Lenny. Get 2 yards. You're risking another interception to pass the ball 2 yards. You could have just handed him the ball. He could have got that. 2 yards, 3 yards. Just give Lenny the ball and let him run 3 yards. And I understand y'all was throwing the screens because to kind of slow that defense down a little bit, make them sit home a little bit. But you didn't take advantage of it. That's the best time to bring Rojo in. Get him to the second level. If you got the defense staying home because they expecting a screen and you hand the ball off and he can get through the first level into the second level, it's set up for him. Shake. Make somebody miss. Then they're going to have to bring it all in, tighten it up a little bit, and then the screens will get off. We wasn't even doing the play action because they pass rush was that devastating. I guess it wasn't even coming off of play action. They shut down the play action. They shut down the screen. The only thing they let us have, and I mean let us have, was passes underneath to Leonard Fournette. They said let them get that. That's the blueprint. Man, get them that all day. They can't win like that. These little passes to underneath to Leonard Fournette, let them get that. Stop everything deep. Keep the middle clean. Watch for those screens. And let Brady have them little dump offs to Leonard all game. Let them have it. They ain't even try to stop it. They ain't try to jump it. They ain't try to do nothing. They let them catch it. And then they tackle it. 2-3 yards. That's the blueprint. You mean to tell me a cover 2 is the blueprint? Cover 2 tells me that the middle of the field should be wide open. That's what cover 2 tells me. Freeze that linebacker, throw it right there across the slant, come across the middle, is there. And then the safety's going to drop down and make the tackle, but we're getting 6-7 yards a clip. That's what that tells me. I'm not a coach. It's crazy, man. Doug say every play Lenny. See? Every play Lenny. See that? You got to take this medicine. I know the Bucs players watching this. That's why I waited. Sack Barrett, where's your presence? Right, King. He ain't got no presence. Shaq Barrett made all that noise in the offseason about wanting to get this money and all. You should let him go. Because what he's giving us, we getting that already. We don't need to pay him all that money for him to just get stopped. For him to not be able to get through the line. I can go out there and do that. Put me on the line, coach. Hand in the dirt. Trust me, I'll get stopped by offensive linemen. Guaranteed. You ain't even got to pay me all that money. You pay me $300,000. Pay me $300,000 rookie minimum or the league minimum, and I come in there and get stopped every play. Matter of fact, I can put you a nice little team together. I can put some corners out there that's gonna get beat. I can put a defensive line. I'll put some linebackers out there that's not gonna be able to get through the line. We can do that. Matter of fact, I'll bring 4 guys out there. You can pay us $300,000 to share, and we'll do that. These are just guys. Doug say, I feel like when we did the 3rd down to Godwin, the screen that we were telling the defense we didn't know what to do. That's exactly right. When you do something that's so elementary, so simple, to get 1 or 2 yards, that tells the defense that they're doing exactly what they need to do and to keep doing it. At some point in that game, them safeties wasn't even looking nowhere behind them. They were staring at Brady and staying in the line. They're like, he's not going deep. Number 1, he's not coming out of the pocket. Number 2, he's not going deep. He's going right here in front of us. They took the field and made it this small. And that's exactly what they were supposed to do. They kept everything within 10, 15 yards. And Brady did not throw 1 pass outside of 15 yards. I don't care if you bombed it way ahead of everybody just to show them that your arm is live. Just to show them. On the 1st down, hike the ball, 7-step drop, and just sling it. To let them know my arm worked. It do work. Just to make them respect it a little bit. Not at all. See? Bite dog. Look what he said. He said 13 run like a scared deer running from hunters. Yeah. Yeah. He do. Mike Evans prances down the field. Look at his arms when he runs, when the ball go over his head. What? Look at his body. Why are your arms doing that? Why are your arms flailing like that? Why do you appear weak like that? Little legs just, why do you look like that? You really got to get your weight up. You really got to get your weight up. Oh, Vita Vea. Now, what's wrong with Vita Vea? You know, one thing they said the injury bug is the only thing that can stop Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and damn sure they was right. We would need if our entire team was healthy, like we was last year, close to the final stretch. I believe that we would be doing a lot better in these games and they wouldn't be as close. But the tell of a true team is, can you get through that? And then a lot of people ask, what would it be like to bring back all 22 starters on your team? This is what it looks like. It looks tired. All of these guys played well into the offseason. I mean, well into the postseason. These guys aren't fresh. They aren't rested. They just lethargic. That's what happened when you bring back all 22 starters. They got, in the last year, they done played 100 games. That's what it looked like. And when you switch them out for some fresh legs, the backups is trash. It's trash. Where we at? Let me see where we at. I done missed the spot. Big Al said, what happened to Rojo? I don't know. That's crazy. You want to slow down that pass rush? Tell them offensive linemen, give me a hole. And put Rojo, the fast scat back, supposedly, let him do something. Let him tie out the defense a little bit. I thought we had a running back by committee. And I understand that one of them started going off, then he going off. But the game plan became the Leonard Fournette show. So he wasn't coming off the field because he the only person Tom Brady was willing to throw it to. I don't know who we got next week. Who we got next week? I hope it ain't a division game. Kent said, truth be told, all our wide receivers went down at some point with Jameis Winston last year or the year before last. I understand quality, but our strength and conditioning coach has to be questioned, not sound. Yeah. See, I can't say the last part of that, but yeah. We in the same, we seeing this the same way. We seeing this the same way. Kent. Let me see. Let me make sure they don't shut my stream down again. Our strength and conditioning coach needs to be examined for their ability to get our guys ready for game day. I don't think that that's happening properly because there's a lot of teams with a lot of injuries. But for you to lose, for us to lose, our top 3 corners are, I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to leave it alone. James Woodley, ain't you you a Carolina? I think you're a Carolina fan. He said, I watch Carolina Panthers beating Arizona to get scared. Well, are you going to also mention that they were without Kyler Murray and also without DeAndre Hopkins? Are you going to also mention that, or are you going to look past that? I mean, take your dub. But you wasn't playing the Arizona Cardinals. You were playing the Cardinals. You wasn't playing the Arizona Cardinals. You were playing the team with the Cardinals logo on their helmet. When you play Kyler Murray in the bunch and you beat them, then you beat the Arizona Cardinals. Keep that in mind. All right. Oh yeah, Jordan Whitehead. I forgot about that. Bucs 78. My bad. Jordan Whitehead was putting his face in there. I like what Jordan Whitehead was doing. I think he dropped one too, but I like with Jordan Whitehead. Jordan Whitehead is a very, very important person on our team. So is Mike Edwards and Winfield Jr. I'm not mad at our safeties, man. I'm not mad at our safeties. It ain't like we was getting tore up deep or something like that. I'm not mad at that. And they've been in there helping on the run support. They've been out there on the pit. They've been doing their thing. I don't know about giving them flowers though. Flowers mean you was playing a very dominating game, but I don't know, man. Heineke got loose a couple of times. I ain't like that. And I look at my safeties to kind of help when that happens. When he come outside of the pocket and he passed that line of scrimmage, I expect you to be busting his head in. And they wasn't getting there as fast as I would like them to get there. But they were doing their thing. They were doing their thing. All right, let me skip past. Scotty Miller is a trick pony. He can't run. Joseph said he can't run the route tree. The way AB started the season, his snaps were getting cut. Yeah, you're right. Scotty Miller ain't a route runner. He's a burner. He's the person that when he come in the game, the safeties back up a couple of steps. Give us some breathing room. That's what Scotty Miller is. Look what Adam Humphries did. Adam Humphries came in there on one play. Well, I don't know how many times he came in there. I only saw him once. And got probably the most crucial third down conversion of the entire game. He himself sealed the game. Adam Humphries. And what team the best do that with against? Tampa Bay Buccaneers, his old team. He himself sealed the game with that crucial first down. And that's all we need. He came in there, he got one pass, one play for like 4 yards for a first down, and it sealed the game. We don't have a guy like that. The way this roster is constructed with the injuries and everything going on, we do not have a guy that can do that. Mike Evans can't do it. Chris Godwin sometimes can do it, but not really. Cameron Brate ain't gonna do it. OJ Howard damn sure ain't gonna do it. We don't have a guy that can do that. I thought 18 can do it. He ain't doing it. Hell, Leonard Fournette can't do it. We don't have that guy that we can call in on crucial downs. I thought that guy was going to be Giovanni Bernard, but it's not. We don't have that guy. Brady needs that guy. That guy's Antonio Brown or Rob Gronkowski. When the rubber got to meet the road and we got to make something happen, those are the two guys that make it happen. All these other guys, Mike Evans included, they just support guys. When those two are on the field, you just taking defenders away. This ball is going to Antonio Brown, Rob Gronkowski, or a running back. And if y'all are butt naked, wide open, I'll throw it to you. That's how I go. Big Al said, I don't think Sherman wanted to play anymore, getting hurt during warm-ups. I don't know. I think he liked wearing a headset and coaching. He had to get a little bag. You know, he got some legal troubles going on. He had to get him a little bag. So he said, I'll come play with the Bucs to get a bag. Y'all definitely can't tell me no, because y'all ain't got no corners. So we gave him a little bag, and then he got hurt a little bit, and now he on the sideline. And he going to stay there. Like you said, he going to stay on the sideline. He good. He got his Super Bowl ring. He got a Super Bowl ring. So he like, hey, I'm washed. I'm over here hurt. I'm still getting my bag. I'm good. Y'all got to play me for the rest of the season. We'll see. Let's see where we at. What up, Veritas? I see you, man. What up? All right, let me catch up with y'all. Said we playing the Giants Monday night. Y'all think we're gonna beat the Giants? If we lose to the Giants, I don't like our chances. If we lose to the Giants, I don't like our chances. I'm not saying we're not gonna make the postseason. I'm not saying that, but I don't like our chances. I don't like it. And depending on what happened with Vita Vea, if Vita Vea is banged up, I like Buenos Nochos Rochos down there with the Dominican Sue, but he can be ran on. And so that changes our defensive line productivity because Vita Vea move bodies, he do. And so if he's out with all the secondary that we got out, I already like our chances. And I see they letting Cockrell play some safety. That might be a better fit for him. Play a little bit of rotate in there a little bit on safety. I think that's a better fit for you. I don't think you need to be a corner. Yeah, man. James said Gronkowski and Brown is the only one that Brady trusts. That's correct. He damn sure don't trust Mike Evans. Brady can't stand Mike Evans. I don't know what it is about Brady and Mike Evans. Brady can't stand Mike Evans, man. He don't like him. He don't like Mike Evans. He can't. I think he don't like Mike Evans because Mike Evans don't do enough to get open. He can't. Mike Evans shortening off his routes. He don't run all the way through his routes. Once he get touched on a little bit too much, he stopped trying. I don't know, man. I don't think he like Mike Evans in the way Mike Evans play. I don't think he like it. He trusts Chris Godwin a little bit. He damn sure don't trust O.J. Howard. He don't trust O.J. Howard. He don't trust Mike Evans. He don't trust 18. I keep forgetting his name. He don't trust 18. He trusts Leonard Fournette, Chris Godwin, and that's it. And he'll toss to Cameron Brady. Cameron Brady got to be wide open with a whistle on blowing it for him to throw it to Cameron Brady. And if that thing ain't thrown perfect, Cameron Brady ain't finna touch it. Same thing with Mike Evans. If that thing ain't thrown perfect, Mike Evans is out of it. That's about it. So we're gonna get off this thing here, man. Hopefully I got to you. If I didn't, come back to you next time. Make sure you follow me on my Instagram, Tampa 2 YouTube. Don't pay attention to the Panthers fans, hooligans. They played the Cardinals. They didn't play the Arizona Cardinals. We'll see what y'all look like going forward. Good luck. Tampa 2, man, hooligans. Peace.